After 10 years, I found out my daughter is not mine. Originally posted by you, deleted in True Off My Chest on January 27, 22. Updated January 31st. Original post. After almost 10 years, I found out my daughter is not mine. Biologically. First off, I haven't used this throwaway account in 6 years. I am surprised it still is active. Anyway, I got together with my wife about 15 years ago. She came with a pre-made family of a daughter and 2 boys. Then in October of 2012 she got pregnant. We weren't trying to conceive, but weren't actively trying to prevent either. The date of conception seemingly matched up and a beautiful baby girl was born August of 2013. I have been led to believe until this last Saturday that she was 100% mine and I never questioned it. But over the weekend I took our youngest son, stepson, but you all know I see him as mine, to a show choir event and met up with an old friend from around the time of my daughter's birth. A friend I met through my wife. This friend and I had a few drinks and she said she needed to get something off her chest that she's been holding secret for years and told me everything. I was shocked to say the least. The next day I called and confronted my wife and initially she denied it, but admitted to having sex with the actual father. I hung up on her and I had 3 hours to drive home with my son, all the while ignoring her calls. When I got home she then pulled me aside away from the kids and confessed all. This little girl is my world and I do not have any intention of turning my back on her. It's not her fault that this happened, but her mother now wants me to try to move past her indiscretion and stay together. Stating what we have built since is strong. And I shouldn't tell my daughter about this as the real father has no intentions of being a part of her life. I do not think I can forgive her for this. It's too big. I am so angry right now at her and all her friends that knew but kept silent. I can't leave because I don't want her to state that I abandoned my family. I'm afraid that if I do keep this secret from my daughter that she will one day find out and hate me for it. If I stay, I can't talk to anyone about it. They will be confused and astounded that I stuck around and it would make me feel like less of a man. I would bottle it up and let it eat me up and then rage quit my life. Update. My son was at his cousin's house for a sleepover after his event. I went out with my aunt and uncle and the friend showed up at the pub we went to. When my aunt and uncle went home, I stayed to chat more. Update. January 18, 2023 I have a DNA test ordered. Wife is in search of alternative residence. She wants couples therapy. I considered shortly until more came to light. I commented a few times below that she had been sending likely bio-dad updates with school pictures. Also went to see him 5 years ago and took him to lunch. Update. January 19, 2023 Not much else to update today. Waiting on DNA test to arrive. Bitter house. We'll have more throughout the weekend as kids will be gone and we can finally have it out with no tiny ears to hear. We'll record audio for everything. Update. January 21, 23 Quick one. Not much to say yet. Actually spent an evening with Welcome Company. Test is still en route. I live in a small community with no hospitals that provide DNA testing. Test won't arrive until Wednesday. Hope to have results by Friday. Update 2 weeks later. It's been a while since my last update. I got the results today from the paternity test. 0.0% paternal probability. Initially when I found out from supposed friend I wanted to go nuclear. Ruin lives and the like. But after sitting giving myself time to cool off I decided that would only hurt the kids. I still see her as my daughter. But now I have much deeper waters to tread and when to talk to her about it. Wife and I will be divorcing peacefully. I won't give up my rights to sue either her or bio-dad. Wife did find my last post and spiraled down a rabbit hole reading the comments. Was interesting to see her reactions to the variety of thoughts you guys shared about her. Now it's time to move forward. LMAO. She wanted to stay when she was still in contact with the father and bio-father knew the kid was his and was receiving updates? Nope. Wouldn't be surprised if she was still cheating. Edit. Off to read the comments. This was one of the many problems that caused my sister to go no contact with our mom. My mom was married to her first husband, cheated on him with a man she met at friend's party for a few months, and got pregnant with his kid. Mom tried to get her husband to sign the birth certificate even though he knew something was up. Mom never told my sister until she was 14 years old. During a heated exchange, Mom only did this because she was losing an argument. The best part? She blamed her husband for her cheating. Divorce would have been on the table the second any cheating was confirmed. But the idea that she was also keeping in touch with the real father and sending him pictures and updates would have killed me. Especially with her initial attempts to coax the husband into staying with her because what they had was so strong. He still has a connection with the kids, including the girl who he admits is not at all at fault for her mother's actions. But the wife would be dead to me from that point onwards. So they'd been together around 4 years when she was cheating on him. She got knocked up by her AP. Then, despite the fact third parties knew about the affair and she was staying in contact with her AP, thought she could keep it secret forever. Not just a trash person. She's a moron as well. Couples therapy. Lol, you're way past that one lady. Girl's both lucky and unlucky though. Unlucky that her bio parents are garbage. But really lucky she has an amazing dad. This got worse once you read the comments. She had dozens of ons throughout the marriage, and 3 affairs with coworkers. And still she had the audacity to being crazy with any interaction her husband had with any woman, fearing he was cheating on her. She had been sending likely bio dad updates with school pictures. Also went to see him 5 years ago and took him to lunch. Yeah, no coming back from this. Wife did find my last post and spiraled down a rabbit hole reading the comments. Was interesting to see her reactions to the variety of thoughts you guys shared about her. Good. Having never been in the cheating predicament, because I am a decent human being, I can't even imagine why. 1. She was having unprotected sex with Op if she was clearly not that attached to him. 2. She then thought, you know what, having unprotected sex with Op wasn't enough, I'll do it with the other bloke as well, because that will go well. 3. She let both Op and Lo think he's the dad for 10 years. Without at least OP's consent. Shady with his consent depending on the reason. 4. She took the low life out for lunch. He should at least pay for that much if he's skipped out in 10 years of child support. Never cheat, especially nowadays. All it will take is one cheek swab to reveal all of your secrets. Ex-wife, if you ever read this, you done messed up. Stating what we have built since is strong. Building a relationship on a foundation of lies is not strong at all. Wife did find my last post and spiraled down a rabbit hole reading the comments. Was interesting to see her reactions to the variety of thoughts you guys shared about her. Oof. That's almost punishment enough for her. Almost. All I can say is that in the midst of all these toxic, deceptive people, his daughter is incredibly lucky to have him. Because, while she might not be his genetically, he has fully stepped into fatherhood, and he is her guiding light to being a better person than any of the people she is genetically related to. Heritage in humans is far more than genetics. We are able to transmit our legacy through ideas. And his daughter is truly his in the sense that he continues to raise her with his ideas about family and loyalty that are far, far different from her mother's ideas. This guy dads. Much respect for not taking it out on his kid. That is one of the most heartless thing a woman can do to a man. I hope he finds peace. One addendum to the post. If you aren't actively using protection and contraception, then yes, you are actively trying to have kids. Poor kids, to have such a scummy, sleazy, lying pos mother. Whatever you built doesn't matter when your foundation is hollow and weak. Way to get tangled into 15 years of lives that are now going to be forever changed. On top of all that, she has the audacity to keep in touch with AP who didn't want anything to do with his child.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.